Good morning, everybody. This is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes from the Irish American Club of Berkshire County, and we join you as we do every Sunday morning from the beautiful studios of WTBR 89.7 Pittsfield Community Radio. We have a good show planned for you today. From me, you're going to be hearing from the Wolf Tones, Sean Dunphy, the Rumjacks, Patty Kelly, Gersa, and the Battering Ram.
The Battering Ram?
Yeah, we'll have to play that at some point this morning. How about you, Farmer?
Well, I'd like to start out saying good morning to everybody, and welcome to our show. I want to play, if we get a chance, some Irish Rovers, some young Dubliners, and maybe if we have time, we'll play some Dropkick Murphys in there too.
You got a fun show planned there, Farmer.
Well, let's hopefully all the show melts together like it's planned to.
In the meantime, we'll be starting off with the Wolf Tones.
Tales, and the stars danced to and fro. I dreamt of the land where my forefathers trod in those times of long ago. In Boston Harbor, I saw brave men, and I watched with youthful pride when they scattered the tea in a tax-laden sea to a dark and an angry tide. I wondered then as I watched these men who flouted King George's might, what red-coat hordes with their glittering swords wreaked vengeance in the night. Then a voice rang out in the starry air, "Stand fast, young man, be brave. Far better to die 'neath an open sky than live like a cowering slave." That early dawn of that April morn, I stood on a mountain tall and felt the shock of the musket shot that started first freedom's call. My spirit soared as the thunder roared. I prayed to the blazing sky to bless the hand of the gallant band who carried our banner high. In that shifting scene of my wandering dream, I rode fast to Bennington town. General Stark and his Green Mountain boys were camped on the dewy ground. I gazed for a while and saw his sad smile. Then he softly said to me, "Their young blood will stain this Fairmont plain before our land is free." I remember that smile as I rode each mile. In my heart a dreadful chill, the blood and the sweat and the smell of death rising high over Bunker Hill. The men and the boys with their sightless eyes who lay dead before their time when they broke the chain of King George's reign in the place they called Brandywine. Then clear upon a cold night there, I heard a suffering cry. A ragged band of hungry men were slowly shuffling by. Across the valley grim and bare, I heard a bugle blow, the bloody beat of their torn feet staining the virgin snow. In the shivering scene of my nightmare dream, a tall man spoke to me. He looked grey and old in the crippling cold, but his eyes were bright and clear. He said, "Listen well, then you must tell of these deeds these men have done, and future days will sing their praise from dawn till the setting sun. Tell them of Saratoga, where the patriots fought and died, of Valley Forge, of Paul Revere, who made that midnight ride, of Copans and King's Mountain, don't let them soon forget, of Patrick Henry's immortal words, 'Give me liberty or death.' Remember Swamp Fox Marion, who led that wily band, of Allen, Greene, and Sumter, who made a noble stand. Remember, too, the mothers true, who cried their tears alone. Their names will be told, with the brave and the bold, where'er our flag is flown." He left me then, but I saw him again standing tall near Yorktown Bay. I saw Cornwallis surrender his sword on that bleak October day. Then a tall man turned and he said to me, "Young man, our fight has just begun." Like a flashing scene, I awoke from my dream, and I cried in my silent room. On my way to school, I felt like a fool, as my childish tears did flow. The things I had seen were all in a dream, you see they'd happened long ago. Then I cast my eye to a building high, where the flag was floating free, and I smiled to the sun for the men who had won a nation for you and me.
rose. She's my little lady, as everyone knows. And when we are married, how happy we'll be. I love sweet Rosie O'Grady, and Rosie O'Grady loves me. Sweet Rosie O'Grady, my dear little rose. She's my little lady, as everyone knows. And when we are married, how happy we'll be. I love sweet Rosie O'Grady, and Rosie O'Grady loves me. If her eyes are blue as skies, that's Peggy O'Neill. If she's smiling all the while, that's Peggy O'Neill. If she walks like a sly little rogue, if she talks with a cute little brogue, sweet personality full of rascality, that's Peggy O'Neill. If her eyes are blue as skies, that's Peggy O'Neill. If she's smiling all the while, that's Peggy O'Neill. If she walks like a cute little rogue, if she talks with a cute little brogue, sweet personality full of rascality, that's Peggy O'Neill. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. And someday for my sake, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the sweetest flower that grows. You may search everywhere, but none can compare with my wild Irish rose. My wild Irish rose, the dearest flower that grows. And someday for my sake, she may let me take the bloom from my wild Irish rose. Over in Killarney, many years ago, my mother sang a song to me in tones so sweet and low. Just a simple little ditty in a good old Irish way. I'd give the world if she could sing that song to me this day. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra, tooraloo-ra-la, tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. Hush, now don't you cry. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra, tooraloo-ra-la, tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. That's an Irish lullaby. Tooraloo-ra-loo-ra. That's an Irish lullaby.
where you took my hand and helped me understand what it's like without them shackles just a while. And we blazed our way around Blackwater Bay and danced along the Hungry Mile. Still I'll curse the day, 1,000 shades of blue, when I swap my Scottish line for a boxing kangaroo. And I'll have one for the Mary, for all the 92, and one for the leaky tub that brought me here to you. I know rust and corn will ripen, all the oceans will turn to steam. Oh, whatever will pass and whatever will happen, you'll remain my lucid dream. Oh, the winds will roar and cities will crumble, all that steam will fall as tears. Oh, and aching hearts will sing along in chorus across all the miles and down the years. And I'll curse the day, 1,000 shades of blue, when I swap my Scottish line for a boxing kangaroo. And I'll have one for the Mary, for all the 92, and one for the leaky tub that brought me here to you. And I'll curse the day, 1,000 shades of blue, when I swap my Scottish line for a boxing kangaroo. And I'll have one for the Mary, for all the 92, and one for the leaky tub that brought me here to you. I'll have one for the leaky tub that brought me here to you, and another for the leaky tub that brought me here to you.
Welcome back to the Sunday Sounds of Ireland. That was the Rumjacks from their album Sober and Godless with the Leaky Tub. And before that, we heard from Sean Dunphy, Ireland to Remember, popular singer with the older set. Now that I'm older, I have to agree.
You're up there and a few years ahead of me anyway.
Quiet Primer. With Sweet Rosie O'Grady. And before that, we heard from the Wolf Tones describing Theobald Wolf Tone's admiration for the efforts of the American Revolution against the English. I think we need to be reminded of that once in a while. On this day, 75 years ago,
75 years ago.
in 1947, on January 19th, Ireland was hit with an anticyclone.
Anticyclone.
I'm not sure what an anticyclone is, are you?
No.
It's a weather phenomena that it lasted 2 months.
2 months.
Brought freezing temperatures of minus 14 degrees centigrade to the entire country, and by February 19th, a month later, the death rate in Dublin had more than doubled.
Really?
It became known as the Big Freeze. Now, I don't doubt, obviously I don't doubt the story, but at that time in Ireland, central heating was not a thing.
Well, they used like moss.
They used peat. But central heating, unless you were wealthy, wasn't a thing.
Right.
And so I imagine the circumstances of that were very difficult for the population. So I have to look up 14 degrees centigrade and let you know what it means. But we're going to hear something from you next, Farmer.
Yes, we're going to do this, the second stat. We're going to start out with the Irish Rovers, and the song is Kells Water.
Here's a hell song to you, bonny Kells Water. For it's there you'll find the pleasures of life. And it's there you'll find the fishing and the fowling, and a bonny wee girl for your wife. On the hills and the glens and low valleys grows the softest of linen so fine, and the flowers are all dripping with honey. There lives Martha, a true love of mine. Lovely Martha, you're the first girl I courted. It was you put my heart in a snare, and if ever I should lose you to another, I will leave my Kel's water so fair. For it's this one and that one may court her, but no other can take her from me. For I love her as I love my Kel's water, like the primrose is loved by the bee. Some say that Kel's water runs muddy. Some say that it never runs clear. As I sit here alone in my study, it reminds me of them that's no here. Here's a health unto your bonny Kel's water, for it's there you'll find the pleasures of life, and it's there you'll find the fishing and the fowling, and a bonny wee girl for your wife, and a bonny wee girl for your wife.
This old house is falling down around my ears. I'm drowning in a river of my tears. When all my will is gone, you hold me sway. I need you at the dimming of the day. You pull me like the moon pours on the tide. You know just where I keep my better side. What days have come to keep us far apart. A broken promise, oh, a broken heart. Now all the bonny birds have wheeled away. I need you at the dimming of the day. Come the night, you know just I want. Come the night, you can be my confidant. I see you on the streets in company. Why don't you come and ease your mind with me? I'm living for the night we steal away. I need you at the dimming of the day. I need you at the dimming of the day.
I courted a wee girl for many's the long day, and I slighted all others that came in my way. And now she's rewarded me to the last day. She's gone to be wed to another. The bride and bride's party to church they did go. The bride she rode foremost, she put the best show. And I followed after with a heart full of woe, to see me love wed to another. The bride and bride's party in church they did stand, gold rings on their fingers and the love by the pound. The man she is wed to, he is houses and land. He can have her since I couldn't get her. The next time I saw her, she was seated down neat. I sat down beside her, not a bite could I eat. For I thought me love's company far better than me, since love was the cause of my ruin. The last time I saw her, she was all dressed in white. The more I gazed on her, she dazzled my sight. I lifted my hat and I bid her good night. Here's adieu to all false-hearted lovers. So dig me a grave and dig it down deep, and strew it all over with primrose so sweet, and lay me down in it for no more to weep, since love was the cause of my ruin. I courted that wee girl for many's the long day, and I slighted all others that came in my way. And now she's rewarded me to the last day. She's gone to be wed to another.
That was Gersa.
Very good.
Yes, it was.
I
And
mean,
we hear them at Irish 2000. We've seen them at Irish 2000.
Yeah. I'm going to try to go online and see if I can get some of their records and see what they have or CDs so we can use them here on the show. It's just always good to listen to them. With
some exceptions, they're the daughters of Cherish the Ladies.
Oh, okay.
And they all have other careers. A couple are teachers, a couple are lawyers. I'm not sure, actually, if they're still together, but Gerson means young lady in Irish. Okay. But the name of that tune is I Courted a Wee Girl. And before that, we heard from Paddy Kelly from his album, The Irish in Me, with The Dimming of the Day. And you opened up that set, Farmer.
We did, and that was the Irish Rovers off of the 50 Years album, and it was Kel's Water. That's one of my favorite songs. I just like it a lot.
They're the only ones I've heard that do that tune. So
really,
I can't think of anybody else. I'm sure there are, but I'm just not aware of them. So in the news from Ireland, Dublin publicans are seeking the resumption of trading until midnight as soon as possible, the Licensed Vintners Association has said. The organization said it believes pub owners could adapt at short notice to any government announcement. The LVA said that pubs across the country would make every effort to offer later trading hours from this weekend should the government give permission for that to go ahead. Publicans say they would also like to see a plan set out by the government to allow the reopening of late bars and nightclubs and the removal of the other remaining restrictions. Quote, various public health experts and senior representatives of the government are indicating that the country has entered a new stage of the pandemic. So we are hopeful there will be good news for the reopening of hospitality in the coming days, unquote. That from Donald O'Keefe, the chief executive of the LVA. We would like to see the government move swiftly in allowing for the recovery of the hospitality sector to begin as soon as possible, he added. Mr. O'Keefe said the sector would hope to be in a position to trade normally well in advance of St. Patrick's Day, when the government has said there may be a 2-day bank holiday. Ooh, on St. Patrick's Day. That would be nice.
Yeah.
From a tourist perspective, so long as the current public health progress continues, we need to be able to say the hospitality sector is fully open and welcoming of visitors well in advance of St. Patrick's weekend. So there you have it from Mr. O'Keefe about that. And we're going to hear something from you, Farmer.
We are right off the bat. We're going to start with Van Morrison and the Chieftains, and the song is Celtic Ray.
When Llewellyn comes around and he goes through market town, you'll be on the Celtic way. Are you ready? When McManus comes around and his early morning round, singing early, you'll be on the Celtic way. Ireland, Scotland, Britain, and Wales, I can hear the ancient voices calling children, children, children. When the cold brick man comes round on a cold November day, oh, you'll be on the Celtic Ray. Are you ready? I wanna go home. Listen, Johnny, I wanna go home. I've been away from the rain too long. I've been away from the rain too long. In the early morning, we'll go walking where the light comes shining through.
spring, you know. Nature was a dawning, and the wee birds sweetly singing, oh. I met my love near Banbridge town, my charming blue-eyed Sally, oh. She's the queen of the county town, the flower of Marally, oh. With admiration I do gaze upon this blue-eyed maiden, oh. Adam wasn't half so much pleased when he met Eve in Eden, oh. Her skin was like the lily white that grows in yonder valley, oh. She's my queen and my heart's delight, the flower of Marally, her yellow hair and ringlets gone, her shoes were Spanish leather, oh. Her bonnet with blue ribbons drawn, her scarlet cap and feather, oh. Like Venus bright, she did appear, my charming blue-eyed Sally, oh. She's the girl that I will hear, the flower of Marally, oh. I hope the day will surely come when we'll join hands together, oh. 'Tis then I'll bring my darling home, in spite of wind or weather, oh. And let them all say what they will, and let them kneel and rally, oh. Or I shall wed the girl I love, the flower of Marally, oh.
Welcome back to the Sunday Sounds of Ireland. This is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes. And what you just heard was Arcady, their album Many Happy Returns, Altan, from their album The Red Crow, and The Flower of Maharali. And before that, you heard from Arcady, Many Happy Returns is the name of the album, and the jigs you heard were The Battering Ram. I'm sure you recognize that, Farmer.
I sure did.
The Geese in the Bog, and The Pipe on the Hob.
The pipe on the hob.
The hob referring to the cooker or to the stove. But you started us off today.
I did. I started us off with Van Morrison and the Chieftains, and the song was Celtic Ray.
Nice song.
Yeah, that was just a good one. I didn't realize that there's a lot of good music in just this one album I got. So we'll be hearing more from them over the time.
We play them frequently, and the name of that album, by the way, is Irish Heartbeat. If you have a chance to buy it, do so, because copies of it are very expensive. And now we're going to hear from Maura O'Connell. You got one?
I am a driver on a western highway, from the mountains to the sea. There's a song on the western highway saying I will be free. The sky is fading to the color of the valley, dust of angels and dust of dreams. Your city lights will shine until tomorrow, and I will not be here. But your light is brighter than anything I've ever seen. I hear your voice on every station, singing out of my dreams. By the roadside, the trees are shivering, black and silver in the cool night air. And under a moon, I hear a song they're singing, saying I will meet you there. But your light is brighter than anything I've ever seen. I hear your voice on every station,
That was Martin Byrne playing the fiddle there. The two tunes were St. Ruth's Bush and Patty Kelly's Favorite. And then we heard something from you in the middle there, Farmer.
We did. We heard the Young Dubliners, and that was off the album All Due Respect. And it was If I Should Fall from Grace with God.
The Pogues do a version of that, too.
Do they?
Yes.
I got a couple of Pogue albums. That's another one I keep forgetting about. I'm going to have to bring them in.
And the first song we had in that set was Western Highway. Bringing It All Back Home is the name of the album. It's a compilation album. The singer, obviously, there was Maura O'Connell. More from the news of Ireland. A new initiative has been launched to encourage Irish speaking during everyday business in Dublin city centre. Bala Clia Le Gaelga is a government-funded program to encourage more use of Irish among the more than 17,000 daily speakers in County Dublin. Dublin comes third behind Galway and Donegal in the amount of daily Irish speakers outside of schools. In total, there are 431,413 people who can speak Irish in Dublin according to the census. One aim is to encourage private businesses to provide Irish language options for customers. The government chief whip and Minister of State for the Gaeltacht and Sport, Jack Chambers, has approved funding of €325,000 for Conradh na Gaeilge to establish and develop the project between 2021 and 2024. Bala Clia Le Gaelge will include a program of events to also involve early education services, Gaelsciona, Irish language organizations, the two Irish radio stations, Na Gael Óga and the GAA Club. The Dublin City Council will also be a partner and donated €30,000 this year. So things might change the next time in Dublin. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
And now
We'll be speaking Irish over there.
Little did I know. So now we're going to be hearing from the Dubliners, not the young Dubliners, but the Dubliners.
I'm a free-born man of the travelling people, got no fixed abode with nomad's eye am numbered. Country lanes and byways were always my ways. I've never fancied being lumbered. Well, we knew the woods and the resting places, and the small birds sang when winter time was over. Then we'd pack our load and be on the road. They were good old times for the rover. In the open ground you could stop and linger for a week or two, for time was not your master. Then away you jog with your horse and dog, nice and easy, no need to go faster. And sometimes we'd meet up with other people, hear the news or else swap family information. At the country fairs we'd be meeting there, all the people of the travelling nation. I've made willow creels and the heather besoms, and I've even done some begging and some hawking, and I've lain there spent, wrapped up in my tent, and I've listened to the old folks talking. All you free-born men of the travelling people, change are blowing, old ways are going. Your traveling days will soon be over. I'm a freeborn man of the traveling people. Got no fixed abode with nomads, I am numbered. Country lanes and byways were always my ways. I've never fancied being lumbered.
So you just heard the Dubliners with I Am Born a Free Man. And this is Kevin Cahill and Farmer Hughes saying goodbye for another week. Please listen to all the locally produced programming here at 89.7 WTBR Pittsfield Community Radio. And please listen to our show again next week. Farmer?
Oh, and I just say thanks, everybody, for listening. And like Kevin said, listen to all the locally produced programming and listen to our show again next week. And keep those Irish eyes a-smiling.
Guramagat Uzjihi Shuhugan.